God is fighting your battles, and there are things that are going to shift in your life. Matter of fact, some of you, as you're watching this, God is already stirring up the pot in your life, in your family, in your business, in your health. He is moving some things right now. And by the time you finish watching this live, whether you watch it now or later on, things are going to shift in your life like you have never seen before, because this is divine force. This is not a force that you can do. This is not a force that anybody else can do. This is not something that man has control over, but God has heard your cries. God has seen your heart, and God is saying, I am stepping into your situation from this point on. Here's what God is going to do for you. And this is the word of the Lord for you. For those of you that have been faithful, again, this word is not for everybody, but for those of you that have been faithful in your praying, in your giving, in your fasting, you've been faithful in seeking God. I see people, they have one or two issues that has just been constant. It's just nagging you, saying, God, these issues keep nagging me. What is going to happen, Lord? I want this to be resolved right now. Well, this is what the Spirit of God is saying to you. This is 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 17. God is saying to those, you will not fight this battle. Take your positions. Stand firm. You will see how the Lord will save you. Judah and Jerusalem, do not be afraid. Do not lose hope. Go out and face them tomorrow. The Lord will be with you. The Lord will be with you. Let me read that again there for those of you right now. I speak this prophetically into your life. There are certain circumstances. I don't care what happened, how it happened. You've prayed, you've fasted, but things are not moving. God is saying He is coming with His divine force. And that divine force is something that God Himself orchestrates. It is not something that you can do. It is not something you can get in the way of it. Whenever God orchestrates divine force, that means that God is fed up of a certain situation. There's some of you right now, you're going through a certain predicament. God is saying, I am fed up with this situation. It has to change. And in order for that to change, God has to step in. He has the angels that are ready. So let me read this again. 2 Chronicles 20:17 is saying to you, for you that have been praying about this issue, for you that have been crying out to God, for you that have been waiting on the Lord, it seems like your circumstance is not moving, but the Spirit of God is saying to you today, you would not have to fight this battle, because in the seasons past, you fought the battles on your own and nothing happened. You've tried to move things. You've tried to force things. You've tried to orchestrate things. You've tried to do things behind the scene, but God is saying this is not the season. This is not the time for you to get in the way. God is saying He needs you to get out the way. Get out the way. You would not have to fight this battle. Take your position. When you are in the position that God puts you in, God is saying to you, you need to relax. You've done all that you can do. Now it's time for me, by divine intervention, to fight for you. In Daniel 10, when Daniel was waiting for the messenger to come, when the messenger came to him, the messenger said, I had this word from you. Before the first time that you asked God, you prayed about this, your answer was coming, but I was held by the prince of Persia, and Michael, one of the archangels, the chief princes, had to come help me. He had to get help. There is some of you right now that God has sent the help that you have been praying for, and I decree and declare that in the name of Jesus, you're going to see a speedy, fast, overnight transformation that God is going to do. He is going to move circumstances that have not moved in years. I'm talking about things that have not moved in years, and you've been crying out to God. And I just saw a vision of someone just on their knees crying out to God about the issues, and you saying, how long, oh Lord? How long is it going to take? God is saying to you, you will not fight this battle. Take your positions. Stand firm. Anytime that God is ready to move in your life, there's going to be turbulence, but God is saying to you that turbulence is coming not against you. That turbulence is coming because there's some things that in order for me to move, there has to be turbulence. There's some things in your life that will not leave you by choice. Some circumstances will not change by choice. They have to be changed by force. Whatever that circumstance is, whatever that situation is, whatever it is that you're going through, I am letting you know right now, God is going to move those by force. And God says to you, you will see how the Lord will save you. you will see how the Lord will save you. Sometimes you're going through things and you're doubting God. You're saying, Lord, how is it going to happen? What is going to happen? What are the signs? What do I look for? God is saying, don't worry about the signs.